your girl Brittany here, and welcome to Brit Positive Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope everyone is having a great positive day. To keep up with us here, you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and you can listen to us on YouTube and Podbean. Now, if you're listening to us on YouTube, then click that subscribe button and notification bell as well to see when we have posted. And if you're listening to us on Podbean, then you can click that follow button to join the Brit Positive Fam Bam and download this podcast so you can listen to it on the go. Now, we have our Brit Positive quote of the day, which is, when you lose something, don't think of it as a loss. Accept it as the gift that gets you on the path you were meant to travel on. I saw this quote and I thought this was really powerful and relevant with everything that's going on. So it is another week in quarantine, so I am hoping everyone is surviving and not killing one another, because I know when you're around people, if you're in a house full of people, you're going to get a little bit agitated with one another. It's a given, but at the end of the day, it is good to be with people and friends, family, whoever you're living with, and just find a common ground, and more so just support one another during this time. And if you have no idea what to do in this whole self-isolation situation, check out my last podcast, because I did give out some suggestions on what you guys can try. I've been trying them too. Like this week, I tried to bake and it was fun. It just kept me busy. And what else did I do? I played some games with friends online, and that was fun too. So, there are things to do. It's just you have to literally take the time to do it. So if you have no idea what to do, check out that podcast. It was last week's podcast, so I hope you guys enjoy that. Now let's get into it. Our topic of the day. This is why you guys tuned in, so let's get into it. Our topic of the day is job loss due to COVID-19. So over a couple of weeks or so, I've seen on the news that there has been a lot of people who've been laid off from their jobs because of COVID-19. And I know for sure it's because they want people to stay home, and more so these are non-essential jobs really, so they're like, this is not really important right now, just stay home. I like that in that it is to protect you guys, but I know it can bring you some worry or stress, like feeling like there's nothing for you to do, or more so bills that need to be paid, things like that. I completely understand. So I just have a couple of things where we can look at how job loss, yes, is an issue, but look, there's a positive. There is a positive in this situation, okay? So we're going to look into this. The first one is take the time to accept what happened. Give yourself time. Look at the situation, accept what happened, and take that time, okay? Take that time to relax and just figure things out. So yes, being laid off is whoa, what's this? Why? And you have all these thoughts and questions and concerns. It's normal. It's fine. I get that. But after you go through that, just accept it, because it's what's done is done. It's harsh, I know, but it's really when you know that you have no control over the situation, you've learned to let things go, right? So take that time to accept. The next one is talk to someone. Talk to someone who will listen and share helpful advice. It's important to talk to people when you're going through this situation of losing a job. So what helps and what's the positive in it is that there are people who have been through it. So you're not alone. So the best thing to do is connect with people, especially people you know who care for you. So make sure you spot out those ones and talk to them, sit with them, tell them your situation, and listen to any advice they share that are, of course, going to help you move on from the situation, and more so get you back on your feet to go back out there and look for a new job, and so on and so forth. It's really helpful to have that. It can help you assess the situation and also not have you focus too much on the issue, but look for the solution when you are speaking with someone. Of course, not just anyone, but of course your friend, your family, anyone you know that you feel connected to, where they care enough to share any helpful advice. That is the positive in that. So that is something you can try to do in that situation. The next one is don't start worrying. The last thing you don't want to do is worry, okay? That's just not going to help the situation. If anything, it's going to make you feel worse. Just take the time to be hopeful and just believe that better is coming. Because better will come, okay? It's not the end of the world that you lost your job. If anything, it could be a new opportunity for you. You just don't see it. Because this is just me, this is coming from my heart. If God gave you that job and during the COVID-19 you were laid off, then take that time and think, maybe it's a time for you to move on, or it's, into something else once this is all over. Or, he can also be directing you to another direction in your career path and you just don't know. Sometimes we just tend to blame ourselves or blame the situation and like not really look at it as maybe it's an opportunity for a new path. And this is why, even before we even got into our topic, the quote I mentioned earlier, I feel totally relates to that, because it's sometimes when that door closes, it's really more so directing you into the path you're supposed to be in. You just don't see it yet, right? So don't lose faith. Don't lose that positivity in you due to the situation at hand, because that's just not going to help you at all. Just take the time to really let go and let God, okay? Take that time to not hold on to these things, because at the end of the day, especially with the coronavirus coming on, with everything that it is doing, we have no control over the situation, but we do have control over our, say it with me, attitude. So focus on your attitude. Make sure you get in the good attitude. Do what you need to do to cheer yourself up, and just know that good will come, and regardless of whatever happens around you, you're okay at the end of the day. So keep that in mind, okay? The next one is take the time to relax, okay? I believe sometimes when people get laid off, the first thing they're doing is panicking, or more so, you're looking for a new job right away because, of course, you're thinking of bills and so on and so forth. Well, this is only, focused on during this time with COVID-19, of course, because a lot of people who've been laid off now is because of the COVID-19, whether they got it, whether they their job is closing down just because of having to have less people out there, things like that. This is just for that reason. Do not listen to this after the COVID-19. It wouldn't make sense. But take the time to relax. Take the time to write down things or read, listen to music, be creative. Take that mental break so that you can refocus, because that will help you also look for a better solution, of course, further in the future, and what you want to do and where you want to go. And your head will feel much clearer and organized in taking on the situation, instead of just go, not and without taking a break. So just take that time to relax and take that little break you need, okay? The next one is write things you want to do. Write a list of jobs you would not mind trying, or jobs that you think is something you want to gain experience from. When you focus on those things, you have something to look forward to. You have that encouragement in yourself to just be like, okay, I'm going to try this. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to try that. It's giving yourself hope that there is hope in every situation. So when you get yourself going in that way, that is, if anything, the most positive thing to do for yourself is to do that, to bring that energy into life, and what you do. So if you just take a piece of paper and take that pencil and write it down, it's just such a powerful thing for me. Like personally, this is why I'm suggesting it. It's so powerful because it's literally making that change and that shift in your situation. You're making you're literally putting something out there for it to happen for you with that belief, like, I have a plan. I'm going to do this. Like, just trying alone is just like the best thing you can do for yourself. And more so, it helps you organize in what you want to do and help direct you where you want to go next from the situation. The next one I have here is do things around the house. Clean your space. Okay? Yes, I'm talking about cleaning your house, cleaning your apartment, wherever you may live, wherever you call home, clean it up. Okay? Take that time to do that as well. It can bring such a positive feeling in your space and let the negative out of your space. And you're using your energy to not focus on the loss of your job, but more so the focus of organizing your life more in not just your head, but in your space. And instead of you giving up on something, you're doing something, and you're just more so putting that productive feeling so you don't feel lost or idled. Because I feel as well, it's like you don't have a job, you feel like, there's nothing to do. There is so much to do, especially in a home. So take that time to really clean your home, decorate it, do what you like with it. It will just help organize your mind, and more so, it just changes your attitude. I'm telling you, you will think one way before you do it, and then after you do it, you're like, wow, I feel great. You might feel tired after cleaning, yes, but you will feel great in that you're not so down and in the dumps about the loss of your job. If anything, that will be the last thing in your mind. So take the time to clean around. It brings in that positive feeling, and do it. Have fun with it. Play music loud. Whatever you do that helps you feel good while cleaning, do it. and you'll just see how your attitude changes. The next one is look for a new job. So don't let losing a job keep you from thinking that's the end of the world and there's no other place that will want me. Don't start having those negative thoughts come, because those are lies, okay? You will find another job. You just have to do your part and look for one. If that means sending 100 resumes, do it. Don't be discouraged during this moment, okay? There's no point in doing that. But more so, make sure it's something you're interested in, because when you look at it, you do spend the majority of your time at work. So make sure it's something you like. Make sure it's something you're interested in. Make sure it's something that you definitely don't mind gaining experience in, because that will give you that, that energy, that encouragement to just move forth with it, right? But once you are in that whole job hunt, looking like where do you want to work, you have to keep that positive attitude, because you'll see at the end of the day, it's going to come. Whatever you're hoping for is going to come. It may take some time or maybe not, depending on the situation, but it's going to be okay. The next one is look back. Ask yourself, what did you learn from that job? What can I do better at my next job? Things like that. When you take that time to really just sit back and reflect, reflect on the good, reflect on the bad, you can take on what you learned from that job and apply it to your new job. So you can start fresh, new. It's like a fresh start, new chapter. Where does this story lead you, And it's just one of those things that can help you become a better person and show the growth that you've gained from your last job and so on and so forth. So definitely look into that. Take that time to just look for the good, look for what you learned, so that you can bring that to your new job, or you're returning to the same job, depending on the situation, because it is different here with the whole COVID-19 thing, where people may get hired back at their same job that they were laid off just because the place might be open. So you never know. But just keep in mind and don't be discouraged. And like I said, keep yourself busy. Do whatever you can around the home, get creative, things like that. And if you are really bored, check out my last podcast, because there's some more suggestions on there, okay? But at the end of the day, life is full of ups and downs. But when you take the time to focus on the good, it helps you feel better. Okay, guys? So with that said, thank you so much for tuning in on Brit Positive Podcast here. And if you like what you heard, click that like button and subscribe for more. And thank you guys for listening. And remember, you can follow us on all the social media platforms, and the links are down below. And check out Brit Positive merch. The link is down there as well. We got new shirts, t-shirts, and I hope you guys wear them. And remember to send me selfies of you in them, because that would look so cool. And I just think you guys are awesome. And thank you once again for being so supportive and checking out this channel. Subscribe for more. And let's just continue to spread the positivity together, you guys. Thanks for listening. Bye.